off. That's just a top. Wrong button. How's that? That's better. Okay. Well, it is 10 o'clock. Happy New Year, everyone. We will call the meeting of January 13th, 2023 to order. Item number 2 on our agenda is to approve the minutes of the meeting of December 8th, 2022. I have a motion and a second. Record your vote, please. Item is approved.
Yeah, maybe just say, since we're not displaying, just say.
We don't have the display fully functional this morning. We've got a little hiccup, so the item was approved unanimously. Okay. Item number 3 on our agenda is the consent docket. We have 3 items. Before we vote, Amy Parker from Accounting Services is going to present the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ended June 30, 2021 and 2022. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Board of Trustees. It's good to be here this morning. Thank you for having me. We're going to take a brief look over the financial. I hope all of you have received a copy of it in your packet. The auditors concluded their audit on November 23rd, 2022. We were awarded an unmodified opinion again this year as in prior years, which is really good news because that's the best opinion you can receive from an audit team. I did want to let each of you know that this year we did have a finding from the auditors. It was due to our custody bank recording an investment of $14 million that was really a copy and paste error from a prior year. If you want, the custody bank and the city staff, we've implemented procedures so that this won't happen again. But if you would like to read those details in full, you can find that at the very back of your financial on page 95. I also meant to mention that if you wanted to read the unmodified opinion in its entirety, that is located on page 13. So now we're going to take a look at the numbers. I don't think any of you are going to be surprised at what you see because our investment consultants have been, sharing with us every month how our investments are doing, and this trust is driven by investments. But if I could direct your attention to page 20, you will be able to see that our net position, we ended the year at $815 million compared to $944 million the year before. This was a $129 million decrease, again, primarily due to the market value of investments. And then if I could have you just look at the next page, page 21, you will notice that our contributions for the year were $19 million. And then you'll see that our net investment loss for the year was $103 million. And then the expenses that were paid out for benefits was $43 million. And this is what primarily makes up that $129 million loss for the year. And then lastly, I would like to direct your attention to page 44. Each year we like to look at what our funded ratio of the plan is. And so this year we are 94% funded. I think this is down a little from last year, but we're still sitting in a very, very, very good position compared to most organizations that are out there. So this is definitely a good place to be considering what the investments had done over that last fiscal year.
Amy, if I could ask, sometimes when people look at our funding, there's multiple ways to look at it. When Louise comes in here, she's going to give us a different number than what you're giving us here. This does not have any smoothing in it. This is just how we ended the fiscal year, what our liabilities are, and how much money we have. We don't do the whole 3-year smoothing. So this This is probably the more conservative approach, would one say, of what our funding ratio is. Is that
Yes,
the right way?
this
Okay.
is actually our actual net position as a percentage of the total pension liability that's on the books. So it's more of an actual number. And so, like I said, we still ended the year in a great position financially, even with the large loss. And I want to give credit to you as a board for always providing sound financial leadership over the years. Because of that, we've been able to weather this and still come out at June 30 in a really good place. We're not in a bad place for the plan at all. So we're excited about that, and we hope to see investments, as we all do, change direction, and then we'll be talking about nothing but increases. So with that, I'd like to take any questions you may have.
Does anyone have any questions for Amy?
Well, I'd just like to thank the county staff for their diligence, hard work on providing this to us and giving us good, sound financial advice. So thank you.
I was gonna say, I'd like to thank my team, Karen Seibert and Deb. They are the ones that put this report together, and they did a great job. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. Okay, with that, Chair will entertain a motion on item 3. Have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 4 on our agenda is to ratify approvals. We have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 5 is to approve the claims docket. I have a motion and a second. Record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 6 is to approve the following applications for service retirements. There's several this month. I have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 7 is to receive report of death, authorize payment of the $5,000 death benefit, and approve continuation of pension to spouse. I have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 8 is receive report of death, authorize payment of the $5,000 death benefit, and authorize secretary to make necessary changes to conform on the following. We have a motion and a second. Record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 10, receive report of death, authorize secretary to make necessary changes to conform on the phone. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, that's item number 9. I'm getting ahead of myself. We have a motion and a second. Record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Now, item number 10. Approved request of the following to terminate vested rights and commence retirement benefits. We have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Item is approved unanimously. Item number 11 is approved request of the following to terminate vested rights and receive a lump sum distribution of his/her employee contribution account. I have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. Item number 12 is items for individual consideration. Item number 12A is interest rate to be applied to employee contributions for the period of January 1st, 2022 through December 31st, 2022. Does anyone have any questions on this item? This is what we do every year. Hearing none, Chair will entertain a motion. I have a motion and a second. Please record your vote.
Do we need to state what the interest rate is?
I'm going to have Regina. She's going to do it. Item is approved unanimously. Item number 12B is cost of living adjustment to be granted to eligible retirees effective January 1, 2023. Regina, you want to give us a little background on this?
I just wanted to report that yesterday, the December CPI numbers were released, and the CPI from this past December of 2022, looking at December the year prior, was 6.5%. So it is slowing. Inflation is slowing, but it's still significantly above the 2%. And just in talking with Amy before the meeting, when we make a motion, you need to be specific about the percent that you recommend.
Okay. Okay, Chair will entertain a motion on item 12B.
I'll make a motion to increase or provide a cost of living increase of 2%, effective January 1 in 2023.
Do we have a second? We have a second. Please record your vote. Items approved unanimously. And item number 12C is a stipend be granted to eligible employees, eligible retirees effective January 1, 2023.
Sure. This is the ordinance that you guys considered back in November, or maybe even October. I think it was October, and we took it through the city council process to change the municipal code to allow for a stipend to be granted, since we fully expected inflation would continue to be over the 2%. The Plan Design Committee comprised of Trustee Madeira, Trustee Culver, Trustee Bronson, Chairman Bronson, and Trustee Weller and Bryant, received information and met a couple of times, and we requested a actuarial analysis, and that sheet is in your background information of granting an amount specifically of $1,200. And using the December 31st of 2021 funding ratio of 103.3, Louise determined that the impact would be like 0.2% to the funding ratio. And then on the city's employer contribution, it would be an increase of 0.09% for the future year. So that was as of 12/31, and as Amy just presented the June 30 financial report, I wanted to make sure we got back with Louise and had the most current information for you guys just to consider. And she walked me through how to just easily divide this by this, and it was the same impact. It's 0.2% to the funding ratio. So where Amy's report said it was a 94% ratio, it would be 93.8 if this stipend is granted at $1,200. So with that, I will answer any questions. And again, when you make motions to vote on this, I would ask you to be very specific so that we can be transparent for our retirees.
Does anyone have any questions?
I will make the motion to grant a one-time stipend of $1,200 to employees who are eligible for cost of living adjustments as of January 1, 2023.
We have a motion. Do we have a second? We have a second. Please record your vote. Item is approved unanimously. Item number 13 is to receive the investment consultant report. We were informed earlier this week that Jason's a little under the weather and he didn't want to join us this morning due to that. So y'all have your monthly ASAP in your packet.
I just wanted to say that he will be here next month and will present an asset allocation review at that time.
Chair will entertain a motion to receive the monthly investment report. I have a motion and a second. Please record your vote. Item is approved unanimously. Item number 14 is comments from board, staff, and citizens. I'll just say that Regina's been working very diligently. The OCERS is the sponsor for this year's Public Funds Trustee Education Conference. And if everything works out, we are going to have it at Choctaw Casino and Resort there in Durant. We're still ironing out a few of the details, but that's the plan right now. And the dates on that are of September, yeah. So you'll be getting information as far as registration and hotel arrangements here, you know, once we iron out all the details. So, anyone else have anything for the good of the cause? Hearing none, we are adjourned at 10:18.